What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Breaking News. 10 times as many EIDL loans funded, smashing $7.5 billion in a single week. It is Friday, August the 6th, 2021, TGIF. Please do me a huge favor, give this video a thumbs up, hashtag EIDL with your comments below. Don't forget. Make sure you follow me over on Twitter at TrySmallBiz. That's at TrySmallBiz, where I'm fighting like hell every single day to get you and your family the money that you deserve. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we knew that the SBA was going 20 times faster in terms of reviewing your 24 months of working capital, promising us all that they were going to finish by the middle of August, which is pretty much next week. But today we learned, along with the help of Inc. magazine, that the SBA, by way of the Office of Capital Access, just smashed $7.5 billion. That's 10 times the average of $750 million over the last 6 months in a single week. So, ladies and gentlemen, pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, or should I say tea, ice cold beer, glass of wine, whiskey on a big rock. Here we go. All right, I got a tremendous amount of good news. We had over 17,000 targeted EIDL advances funded. You're still got an 80% chance to get the $5,000 supplemental if you qualify for the targeted. But the big news of the day, I'm going to pin a bunch of articles in the top, is that the SBA, by way of the Office of Capital Access, which just took over about a month ago from the Office of Disaster Assistance, the prior week was $5 billion. They just crossed $7.5 billion in a single week. That's 10 times the average of just $750 million over the last 6 months of this program. Ladies and gentlemen, not only are they on track to finish reviewing everybody's applications this month, but at the rate they're going, yes, as I said many times in the last 10 days, the vast majority of you, probably at least 80%, are going to get your money on or before October the 1st. So, look, I love the title of the article. We will learn a lot of information, by the way. It's from Inc. magazine, one of the investigative reporters who just took a swing at the SBA. You got to see this title. To fund its infrastructure deal, Congress is stealing $38 billion in small business relief funds. Who's the author? Bear with me here as I look. Diana Ransom, Ransom. Ransom. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. If my eyes are not deceiving me, Diana Ransom, Ransom, at Inc. magazine just threw the SBA under the bus. They had a couple of small business owners in there talking about how they were raked over the coals by the SBA and shafted. And it outlines that it's actually $38 billion, pulling some from PPP, another from a healthcare, et cetera, et cetera. But the big number was $17.5 billion coming out of the targeted EIDL advance, and $13.5 billion coming out of the loan pile, but it still leaves well over $200 billion. And if you saw Big Ben fucking Cardin's webinar yesterday, he's pretty confident that Blaine Lutenmeyer's Entree Act, which is $60 billion for the restaurants, is probably going to pass. So, do we have an answer with respect to the little guy and gal like you and me? No, we don't. Are they going to revive the EIDL grant after they pass infrastructure by way of budget reconciliation, which is over $3.5 trillion? We don't know. But if you're looking for 24 months of working capital, these numbers are holy shit. And also pinned in the top, where you get the EIDL loan report that came out last night. It verifies the numbers. Folks, they averaged about $3 billion a month over the course of the last 6 months with the prior outfit. In the last 30 days, they went from $2 billion a week to $5 billion a week to $7.5 billion this past week, as pointed out in the Inc. magazine article. So look, when I tell you guys, as I said, 2 weeks ago now, that most of you looking at this guy right here, right now, you're going to get your money in the next 30 to 60 days. And if you're in reconsideration, holy shit. Did the SBA drop a bomb yesterday? Also pinned in the top in their new EIDL loan frequently asked question. 2/3 of it or thereabouts was the same as it was from April. But they pretty much said something I've actually mentioned several times before. Get in your car, go down to a local SBA office. You can Google it. Local SBA district office, your state, etc. And if you're in reconsideration, your local office will help you get through the process quicker and, quote, fix any mistakes that you might have. So if you're looking at me right now and you've been in reconsideration for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, get your ass in your car next week and go down to the SBA local office. You may have to call and make an appointment. Maybe you don't. But you got to say, hey, I'm in your district. I've been waiting in reconsideration now for 3 or 4 months, and I see in front of me on a frequently asked question page that the SBA is advising me to get in my car and come down and see you so I can actually get my money, folks. Between how fast they're going right now at $7.5 billion a week, and now for the first time ever, the SBA is advising you, if you're stuck in reconsideration, go to a local office. I have to believe that they're going to pull up your account, and they're going to say, it looks like we're missing this and this. You want to go ahead and PDF that now, and I'll send a note over to somebody in Recons, and we'll get this fucking loan processed. This is great news on a Friday. For all you Debbie Downers out there, no, I don't know if we're all fucked with respect to middle to high income when it comes to the targeted EIDL advance. But I have to believe, given that it is an election year, they're going to have to do something, because I and many others, and I can smell some lawyers circling, once this law passes in the next week or so and President Biden signs it, and it looks like it's going to get through the Senate by Sunday night at the latest, if they cut off hundreds of thousands of people that have already had their application in many, many months, there's going to be lawyers saying, okay, it's SBA incompetence. It's those contractors that didn't know what the fuck they're doing. My client should have had her money or his money 3, 4, 5 months ago. So go ahead and give us a check. And by the way, while you're at it, how about a little bit of that pain and suffering that Jason McElhone keeps running his mouth about on LinkedIn? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very good Friday. I hope you can rest a little bit easier knowing, as I look up at the ceiling, yes, this is quite a habit of mine. If you're new to the channel, you might be wondering, what the fuck is he looking at? Absolutely nothing. It's my ceiling. And as I've hit the thing before and the phone's fallen, some of you have seen the cheap-ass light fixture that I have on my ceiling. Yeah, it's cheap. It's a cheap-looking fixture. I got a fairly nice thing set up behind here, by the way. My sister made this for me. Every one of these come from a thrift shop. Less than $5 a piece. You might ask, well, why did she do that? My mother, rest her soul, she died of a stroke in 2015. She was a thrift store freak. She'd be one of those ladies, right, looking for that 50-cent shirt that you could have bought down at TJ Maxx for $14. That was my mother. So all these trinkets were made by my sister, actually brought in by my sister, in honor of my mother. So ladies and gentlemen, 10 times as many loans funded in the past week, up 50% from the prior week alone, 17,000 or thereabouts of the targeted EIDL advance. We have another investigative reporter, Miss Ransom, who is smashing the SBA, or dare I say Congress, for stealing your money to pay for infrastructure that's going to who? Big business. So ladies and gentlemen, until next time, please, enjoy your weekend. The money's on the way. Always remember that I love each and every one of you. Wow, in under 9 minutes. And thanks so much for watching.